Hey friend, John McLennan here, and in this video you're going to learn how to play Merry Christmas Baby as recorded by Otis on guitar. Now this is an awesome soulful holiday tune, and it's a great example of how you can take a riff through a 12-bar blues chord progression. So yes, this is a holiday tune, but it follows a 12-bar blues, something that I talk a ton about here on the channel. But instead of playing a typical shuffle pattern, the guitarist takes this awesome approach and just really comes up with this cool riff that's more of a soul guitar approach. So I'm going to break it down for you step by step, but before we dive in, if you're new to the channel, I want to hook you up with something right away and put something in your hand. I've got this awesome fretboard guide that's going to show you the 5 must-know chords and scales to map out the entire fretboard. And when it comes to playing a tune like today, where we have these chords and these sort of riffs coming off the chords, this page is going to show you how you can come up with your own riffs and what notes to choose. And it's just all on one page. I want to give it to you completely for free. All you got to do is go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide or click the first link down below. All right, well, hope you enjoy that. And with that said, let's break down this song. Let's break down how to play Merry Christmas Baby as recorded by Otis on guitar. Now we're going to start off with the main progression, which follows our 12-bar blues. We're in the key of B flat. Here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're going to start off on the 10th fret with a slide on the low E going down to 6 like this. Now I started with my middle finger and then I actually switched over to my index finger by the time I land, because that's what we're going to do in the riff. Now we're trying to land down here on this B flat shape, and this is just a typical bar chord here, but we don't really have to bar for this riff. We're going to just play 6, then 8, then 8, just kind of the first 3 notes, which would be what you call a power chord. But it's based out of this full B flat chord, which is like a barred up E shape if you use your cage system at all. So that's our chord. Now we're going to slide down into that, and then we're going to arpeggio pick. So we're going to play the 6th fret of the low E, then 8, 8. That's 8 on the 5th string, 8 on the 4th string. Then we'll come back to the 5th string and slide up to 10. We'll pluck that 8 again. Now we're kind of leaving this shape. So it's 1 and 2 and a. So we're starting off with 8th notes, then we have that 16th note slide. 1 and 2 and a, 3 and 4 and. Then we play some more 8th notes here. I'm going to grab the 8th fret of the 4th string and go back and forth, 8, 10, 8. So that's 8 on the 4th string, 10 on the 5th string. Then we'll finish with that middle finger again on the 10th fret like how we started, and slide back down to 6. So it goes. That is all basically a B flat or a 1 chord. So that's going to go for 4 bars. So we're going to count 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 3rd bar, 4th bar. So I'm thinking about those shapes and I'm letting the notes ring over, and this is a really cool way to create an awesome rhythm part. You know, instead of just going B flat and just strumming like that, it's like the this is what was so great about a lot of these soul guitar players, is they would just come up with these really fun parts to play behind a singer or in a band, and doing this is really going to help your rhythm. I mean, think about songs like, you know, riffs like that, which I have a lesson on that song on my channel if you want to check it out. But this is another example now in the key of B flat. Now sometimes I'll strum it a little bit, like, you know, and you can get a little bit more of the chord if you want, instead of just like perfectly, you know, arpeggiating one note at a time. Sometimes it can be kind of a strum slash arpeggio pick combined. So after 4 times, the last time we're gonna go, and we'll go, we'll move up to what's called the 4 chord. So here, in the key of B flat, the 4 chord is gonna be E flat. So I'll take that same shape and bring it up to the 11th fret. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna slide from 10 into 11, and copy paste the riff. So this is gonna go 11, 13, 13, then back to 13 on the fifth string, slide up to 15, then 13, 15, 13, then 15 on the low E string, slide back down to 11 for the E flat note. Then back home, B flat. So that's the first 8 bars. Here's what that sounds like played as one piece. 3 and 4. Up to the 4 chord. Back to 1. All right, here we get to the turnaround. We're gonna go. So that's the last 4 bars. Now what I did there was slide all the way up to an F chord, which looks like your F bar chord, but all the way up the octave. So I'm at the 13th fret there. I'm gonna play 13, 15, 15, then come back to 15 on the 5th string, slide up to 17. Okay, then we go 15 on the 4th string, 17 on the 5th string, 15 on the 4th string, then play 17 on the low E, and slide back down to 11 for the E flat chord. So we're basically going from an F down to an E flat, or a 5 chord down to a 4 chord, like this. Then we go back home to the first riff 2 times. So here's the whole thing played as one piece. 3 and 4 and... to the 4 chord. Back to 1. To the 5. 4. Back to 1. All right, so that repeats over. Then the only variations here are the breaks. So there's a verse where Otis sings Santa came down the chimney, and you just hit these breaks. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, then up to the 4 chord. So what happens there is you're basically just following the 12-bar blues, but instead of playing the riff for B flat for the first 4 bars, you do those hits. Then after that, the tune ends by modulating up. You go up a half step. So you basically take everything and bump it up 1 fret, and then it just fades out in the new key. So instead of just playing, you know, bar chords and strumming away, this is a great example of how you can come up with riffs off of the chords. And to help you understand this even more, be sure to pick up my fretboard guide at the first link down below. And this is going to show you the 5 chords and scales you need to know to basically map out the entire fretboard. And this is what I see when I look down at the guitar neck. And the guitar neck used to seem so much more confusing until I understood this. So grab your copy completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide or click the first link down below. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you have an amazing day, and we'll see you in another video real soon.